What is it that so upsets you about talking about this? Michael, what is it that so upsets you about this? Is it the images you saw? Why did it so upset you after 50 years?
Just so long ago. Oh. Excuse me. I've got to get started into this. I was with the 314th Engineer Combat Battalion. I don't remember just the exact date, but we were coming up the road in trucks. And it was kind of a misty morning, like. Everything just seemed to stand still. And then we came upon this big complex, like it was shutting down from us. We were along a dirt road. So we pulled up, it was our company. Our lieutenant was in the Jeep, and he pulled over to the side, these gates. One was like part open. And he told our driver, this Kawiri, his name was, he told him to go on in. And we drove in, one truck behind the other. And I recall like I was in the back of the truck, which is actually the front of the truck when you have, you know, troops sitting in there. So naturally, I jumped up. I was the first one up, and this wire going across these barracks, I got hit. The wire hit my helmet. I lost my helmet, my skull cap. Now, one of my buddies gave me the helmet back. Then we jumped off the truck. And our sergeant, he says to check these barracks out. So naturally, we jumped off and we started going outside this here. These barracks were set up like in a perimeter. And then as you're walking, you look between these barracks and you stop. And I said, like, what's that? And naturally, we were still like at the ready. And we worked our way to this circular in this compound, this circle there, and there was dead people. There are flies that look like pools of blood, and until we got up closer, and all these people seemed to have been shot in the head. I don't know, 60, 70, maybe 80, I don't know. You don't count. And it was a mess. And then as we kept going, we hit these line pits. They were like holes with people's bodies thrown in them, and they had like this white lime thrown on them. Then we saw against this other building, there was like cords of wood that people would stack. It made you mad. These people didn't have a chance. I mean, they were sick to start with. You could see there was, all you seen was bones and skulls and eyes ready to pop out, and they were shot in the head, behind the head, in the front, in the temple. It kind of galls you. You'd like, I've seen a lot of guys cry. like I say, you know, when you're younger, you could take this, man, you're in a war, but once in a while I'd have a dream about it. My wife used to tell me I had nightmares. She said I used to curse in my dreams. And I would never tell her just what it was. Anyway, when we started to get things organized, naturally, the CO was there, and all of a sudden this place was loaded with GIs. We were there several hours, then we went down into the town, grabbed the burgomaster, and naturally everybody knew nothing. That's a joke. And we went back into the camp. We were there several hours, and then we pulled out. We were gone a couple of days. We hit some other towns, Jena, Eisenach. I think it was just around Eisenach. They called us back, and we went back into the camp, and we took over the burial details. And our job was we took over the towers. Then we had the generals come in. We had Ike and General Patton. He was our division army leader. Our General Finley and Bradley were there. In fact, General Patton was reciting the alphabet his way, and I remember Ike telling him to simmer down, George, simmer down. I know, because I was standing right next to him when they were interviewing this gentleman that was a prisoner, and he was explaining the gallows to them, how they used to hang them over there. It's really, I think people shouldn't forget. You got to make sure these things never happen again. You got to stop things before they even get started. The poor people. You know, you take a GI, you're fighting in a war. You know, you don't want to see anybody hurt or killed, especially your own kind. But you're in a war for a reason. That was one of the reasons. They were barbaric. But these other people, regardless of what they were, what nationality they were, they didn't stand a chance. They couldn't even fight back. I think if you put 10 to 15 of those bodies together, what I saw, if you got 150 pounds out of them, you got a lot, because they were just bones and all. I seen when they were trying to pick them up to bury them, that they just fall apart. It just fall apart. Sorry I broke down like that.
I think it was important you told your story.
Maybe I needed that. If anybody that don't believe this thing happened, then I wish they were with us for a few seconds just to see. Yeah, I feel better now.